Before we begin today's story, I want to ask you something. Have you ever owned an object that felt wrong? Something ordinary, but somehow disturbing, like it was watching you? What if a simple chair could remember every person who ever sat in it, and every death that happened around it? Today's story is about a chair that should never have existed. But before we begin, I want you to comment below and tell me, what everyday object should the next horror story be about? A mirror, a doll, an old phone, or something even stranger? Your idea might become the next nightmare on this channel. Now turn off the lights, get comfortable, and listen carefully, because this story begins with a chair. Part 1. The auction. There are some objects in this world that should never be owned. Not because they are dangerous in the ordinary sense, not because they are cursed in some fairy tale way, but because they remember. And sometimes, they remember too much. The rain had started just as the auction began. It tapped steadily against the high windows of the old town hall in Ravensbrook, a quiet rural town where nothing interesting had happened in decades. The building smelled of damp wood and forgotten history. Daniel Mercer sat in the back row, half listening as the auctioneer listed off items from the abandoned Whitmore estate. Daniel wasn't particularly interested in antiques. He had only come because he needed furniture, cheap furniture. After the divorce, his apartment felt empty in ways he couldn't quite describe. Too quiet, too hollow. So when he saw the advertisement for the estate auction, he figured he'd find something useful. A table, maybe a lamp, something to make the place feel less like a waiting room. But he didn't expect the chair.
And now we have item number 32, an oak armchair from the Whitmore residence.
Its dark oak frame was carved with twisting patterns that resembled vines, or maybe claws. The armrests curved inward slightly, as if designed to hold whoever sat in it. The leather cushion was cracked with age, but surprisingly intact. It looked comfortable, too comfortable. Daniel didn't know why, but he couldn't stop staring at it.
Recovered from the study of the late Arthur Whitmore, a fine handcrafted piece believed to date back to the late 19th century. That's the chair. Yeah, that's the one. Starting bid, $50. $50?
I'll take it. $50 to the gentleman in the back. Do I hear 60? 60? Sold.
You new in town? Just moved here last month. Figures. What does that mean? You shouldn't have bought that thing. It's just a chair. That's what the last owner thought.
Great. Now I'm imagining things. You're tired. Okay, that's weird.
Don't get up. Stay.
You sit. Just like he did. Who's there? Leave me alone. You bought the chair. So now, you belong to it. Sleep paralysis. That's all it was. Get a grip, Daniel. You're a chair. Just a chair. You came back. What do you want? Memories. Please. You said you would let me go. You should not have betrayed me. I didn't... Everyone betrays eventually. No, please. What? What was that? A memory? You killed him. No. You did. You will remember more soon.
Daniel didn't sit in the chair the next day. He avoided it completely. The moment the sun rose, he dragged the chair into the corner of the living room and covered it with an old blanket. He didn't want to see it, didn't want to think about it. But no matter how hard he tried, the image of the vision kept replaying in his mind. The candle-lit room, the terrified man, the gunshot, and the worst part. The moment Daniel realized the hands holding the gun had been his, or at least, they had felt like his. He tried to tell himself it had been a dream, a hallucination, but something about it felt too real. The smell of the candles, the weight of the revolver, the warmth of the chair beneath him. Those weren't things imagination created so perfectly. Those were memories, but not his. That night, Daniel barely slept. Every creak of the apartment made him tense. Every shadow in the hallway felt alive. At around 2 in the morning, he finally got up and walked quietly into the living room. The blanket still covered the chair. For a moment, he felt relieved. Then he noticed something. The blanket wasn't lying flat. It looked like someone had been sitting underneath it. The shape was unmistakable. The seat was pressed down, the backrest slightly indented, as if someone had just stood up.
Stop it, he whispered to himself. Nope. I'm selling you tomorrow, he muttered.
You bought the Whitmore chair. How did you... I was hoping nobody would. Okay, I need you to tell me something. What happened in the Whitmore house? Sit down. Arthur Whitmore lived alone for nearly 40 years. Rich man, kept mostly to himself. People in town said he was strange, but the real rumors started later, after the deaths. 3 people disappeared over the years. A delivery driver, a handyman, and a man who came to collect a debt. None of them were ever seen again. Let me guess, they were last seen entering Whitmore's house. Eventually, the police searched the place, and they found nothing except the chair. They found Whitmore sitting in it, dead, but that's not the strange part. The strange part was the smile on his face.
Daniel drove home in silence. The sky had turned gray again. Rain clouds gathered above the town. His mind raced. 3 missing people, a dead man smiling in the chair, and the visions, the memories. Suddenly, something terrible occurred to him. What if the chair didn't just show memories? What if it made them happen again? When Daniel entered his apartment, the first thing he noticed was the smell. Old wood, dust, and something faintly metallic, like rust or blood. He walked slowly into the living room. The blanket had fallen off the chair. It lay crumpled on the floor. The chair sat in the center of the room again, facing the door, waiting.
Daniel, I'm not sitting in you again. Chair whispered. You will. Daniel, I'm not crazy. Chair whispered. You are curious, and curiosity always wins. Daniel, I'm throwing you out. Chair whispered. You can't. Chair whispered. Once you sit, the chair remembers you. Daniel, what does that mean? Chair whispered. It means you belong to it now.
Chair, whisper, quiet, certain. You haven't killed anyone yet. Long pause. But you will.
Daniel didn't touch the chair that evening. He kept his distance from it like it was a wild animal waiting to strike. The apartment felt tense, heavy. Even the air seemed different, as if the room itself was holding its breath. Daniel tried distracting himself. He cooked dinner, watched television, even called an old friend. But none of it helped. His eyes kept drifting back to the chair. Every few minutes. Sometimes he thought it had moved slightly. Other times he thought he saw the leather shift, like someone adjusting their weight. But every time he looked carefully, the chair was still, silent, patient, waiting. Around 11:40 p.m., there was a knock at the door. Daniel froze. 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah? Sorry to bother you this late. I live downstairs. Oh, okay. I think something of mine got delivered here by mistake earlier today. What kind of package? Small brown box. I didn't see anything. That's strange. The delivery notification says it was left at apartment 3B. You can check if you want. Thanks. I appreciate it. Nice antique. Don't sit in it. Relax. I'm not planning to. Seriously though, this thing must be worth a lot. I said don't. Wow, this is actually really comfortable. Okay, that's weird. Did you say something? No. Someone just whispered. I can't move. Get up. I can't. Something's holding me. What? What is this place? There's a room, candles everywhere, a desk, and someone sitting across from me. He's holding a knife. No, please. I didn't do anything. Scream. Get up!
You see? You killed him. No, you brought him. The chair feeds on memories. And now it's hungry again.
Daniel didn't move for a long time. The apartment felt impossibly quiet. Too quiet. The dead man lay on the floor beside the chair, his phone still vibrating occasionally as another call came through. Each buzz echoed in the room like a warning. Daniel stared at the body. His mind kept repeating the same thought over and over. This isn't real. This can't be real. But the smell in the air said otherwise. That faint metallic scent had grown stronger now. Fear. Death. Something ancient. And the chair sat calmly beside the body, as if none of it mattered.
You understand now. You killed him. No. He died remembering. What does that even mean? The chair holds memories. Fear, violence, death. And when someone sits, the memories return. You're saying he died because of the vision? Yes. His mind could not survive it. So you just collect them? Memories are powerful, and pain makes them stronger. How many? I stopped counting after the first 100. 100? That was a long time ago. This chair, it didn't belong to Whitmore. Correct. So who made it? My name was Elias Varnum. I was a craftsman, a maker of furniture, a builder of beautiful things. But beauty alone is temporary. So you built this? Yes. But it was unfinished. Until the first blood. What do you mean? Every creation requires a sacrifice. What did you sacrifice? Myself.
For a moment the lights flickered. The shadows in the room stretched unnaturally across the walls, and Daniel saw something he hadn't noticed before. The carvings on the chair weren't vines. They were faces. Dozens of tiny twisted faces carved into the wood, screaming, crying, begging. Daniel stepped closer. His heart pounded. Each face looked different. Different ages, different expressions, different people.
Every memory becomes part of the chair. These are the victims. Yes? You carved them? No. They appear on their own. Every time someone died near the chair, their memory became part of it. Their fear, their final thoughts, their last moments, all trapped inside the wood, forever. You're a monster. I am eternal. You're just a ghost trapped in a chair. Not trapped, protected. What do you mean? As long as the chair exists, I exist. You need people to sit in it. Yes. So you can show them the memories. Yes. And eventually they die. Yes. Then I'll destroy it. You can try. You cannot destroy it. You've killed enough people. If you burn the chair, what happens to you? You will discover that I am not the only thing living inside it. Don't burn it. Help us. It hurts. He lied. He will trap us forever. Please, don't. You see? What are they? The memories. No. The souls. You cannot destroy the chair. Because now, it needs you. Why me? Because you are the next owner. You brought him.
Can you hear me?
Yes, are you come real? We're trapped. What help us? Please, but we disappear. He lies. The maker, Elias, he feeds on us. Yes, finally, end it.
You should not trust the dead. You see what fear does to them. You trapped them. No, they trapped themselves. You cannot destroy me. We'll see. If the chair breaks, every memory inside will be released. What does that mean? It means you will feel them all. All of them. I don't care. You wanted to free them. Now you will carry them.